The crucial lesson in the Quran that there is only one handhold that never breaks. There's only one place where we can lay our dependencies, and only one relationship that should define our self-worth. Only one source from which we should seek our ultimate happiness, fulfillment, and security. That place is God. But this world is all about seeking those things everywhere else. Some of us seek it in our careers, some seek it in wealth, some in status. Some, like me, seek it in our relationships. And that's exactly where I spent much of my own life, seeking a way to fill my inner void. And so it was no wonder that the little girl in my dream asked me this question. It was a question about loss, about disappointment. It was a question about being let down, a question about seeking something and coming back empty-handed. It was about what happens when you try to dig in concrete with your bare hands. Not only do you come back with nothing, you break your fingers in the process. And I learned this not by reading it, not by hearing it from a wise teacher. I learned it by trying it again and again and again. And so the little girl's question was essentially my own question being asked to myself. Ultimately, the question was about the nature of the dunya as a place of fleeting moments and temporary attachments, as a place where people are with you today and leave or die tomorrow. But this reality hurts our very being because it goes against our nature. We as human beings are made to seek, love, and strive for what is perfect and what is permanent. And so we create ageless creams and cosmetic surgery in a desperate attempt to hold on, in a desperate attempt to mold this world into what it is not and will never be. And that's why if we live in dunya with our hearts, it breaks us. That's why this dunya hurts. It is because the definition of dunya as something temporary and imperfect goes against everything we are made to yearn for. And we must also realize that nothing happens without a purpose, nothing, not even broken hearts, not even pain. Pain itself is a pointer to our attachments. That which makes us cry, that which causes us the most pain, is where our false attachments lie. After years of falling into the same pattern of heartbreak and disappointment, I finally began to realize something profound. I had always thought that love of dunya meant being attached to material things, and I was not attached to material things. I was attached to people. I was attached to moments. I was attached to emotions. And so I thought that the love of dunya just didn't apply to me. What I didn't realize was that people, moments, attachments were all part of dunya. What I didn't realize was that all the pain I had experienced in life was due to one thing and one thing only: love of dunya. Looking back at the dream I had when I was 17, I wonder if that little girl was me. I wonder this because the answer that I gave her was a lesson I would need to spend the next painful years of my life learning. My answer to her question of why people have to leave each other was, because this life isn't perfect. For if it was, what would the next be called?